SuperTalk Mississippi media production.
You're listening to Sports Talk Mississippi On Demand, presented by Pearl River Resort. Escape to Choctaw, Mississippi and enjoy world-class gaming, the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, and Geyser Falls Water Park. Escape to Pearl River Resort.
Sports Talk Mississippi is on the air. Sports Talk Mississippi is powered by C-Spire. Power your home or business with C-Spire Fiber. To learn more, visit supertalk.fm/C-Spire. C-Spire Fiber powers SuperTalk Mississippi. To the junction, in the Grove, and to the top. This is Sports Talk Mississippi. On your radio and in the game, right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome in on National Signing Day 2026. This is where your favorite college football team bringing in a new crop of players. Your team got better today. Bigger, stronger, faster, great players from all over the state and the country have... Wait a minute. Hold on.
Stop.
I'm getting word now that it's 2026 and not 2016.
Yeah.
And so National Signing Day is nothing more than a dud these days. It is technically National Signing Day, though. So welcome in on Sports Talk Mississippi.
But we've already had a National Signing Day. This is the second one.
This is the...
So, the first one's not a dud. The first one has a lot of meaning. The second one, though, is...
The second one is just kind of what it is as of this moment. But we'll talk about that. I'm Michael Borky. He's Brian Haydad. It is Sports Talk Mississippi on this Wednesday. We've got a lot to get to. It is technically National Signing Day. We'll talk about that a little bit. A long conversation coming your way with Brycen Sanders. He gave me a lot of his time today, awfully kind for that. We talked about his health. He had off-season surgery, has been playing with a shoulder that has needed surgery since September, and he played all season on it, but he's recovering, doing well. We talked about that. We talked about the playoff run, Lane Kiffin's exit, the media's painting of what the players wanted and why he chose to speak out against that. Also, his high school is hosting the Spanish national team this summer for the World Cup. So we covered a lot. It was a really good conversation. Also, some legal news.
Can he hook us up? Can we get Lamine Yamal here on the show? Because I would love to talk to him.
I do need to reach out and be like, hey man, any of your old coaches have access to these guys?
That's what I'm saying.
But really good conversation there. Joey Aguilar got a legal win today for Tennessee. Does it mean anything for Trinidad? No, unless you were expecting him to not play quarterback for Ole Miss this year. But we'll get into all that and more with you on this Wednesday. Glad you're here.
We are here in the Pearl River Resort Studios. PearlRiverResort.com is the place to find what you're looking for. And if you're looking for entertainment, some great shows coming up at Pearl River Resort. Valentine's Day, Ty Herndon and Jamie O'Neill will be playing at Pearl River Resort. A month after that, Smokey Robinson, the legendary Smokey Robinson, will be there. And then on April 18th, this will catch my friend Robbie Falk's eye. Great White and Slaughter will be at the Silver Star Convention Center. So a lot of great entertainment coming your way at Pearl River Resort. C-Spire text line is open to you at 601-879-4395. Ready for your winning strategy? Here it is. Join C-Spire. All the technology and support you need to succeed at work, at home, and everywhere else. Visit cspire.com today. C-Spire, inspired by you.
It is National Signing Day.
I mean, are we still doing this?
But there's something to be discussed with the fact that it's not signing day anymore, really. Now, some coaches are having press conferences today.
I'm sure.
Lane Kiffin currently talking to the media. I don't know if Ole Miss would have or wouldn't have. They added 2 players today. We'll get to that here in a second. But I assume because the campus is still closed, it's an easy decision to not have a press conference if you were planning on it.
I hadn't thought about that, but, man, I forgot that, Ole Miss closed for an extra week.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like up there? Do you know?
So
is it starting to thaw at least?
It's starting to thaw. There's just a lot of cleanup that needs to be done, and and it's not just trees. It's like fallen poles and things like that. And so, but yeah, I don't know if they're going to have one. I actually never got. They never sent an email like, "Hey, signing day press conference is now."
Yeah.
Obviously, Jeff Lebby did not speak to the media today.
Did not.
This day is totally different than when it. And what it used to be. I remember people would take off work to go to Oxford and Starkville to go to the signing day thing, the event in the facility or whatever, to hear the coach outline the recruiting class. And it is one of those things, though, we talk about it all the time, that college football needs to get better at being a more year-round sport. Mm-hmm. There's nothing going on in the world of college football today, really. What an easy, hey, here's a way for your fans to engage with your team type day that is now gone. I remember those old signing days. They were a lot of fun, and now it's the butt end of jokes.
Well, yeah.
Just because it's not the day anymore.
It's not, and the current signing day, the December one, kind of comes in the middle of the, bowls are going on, the regular season just wrapped up, you're putting together the playoffs. There's still a lot of college football news happening around the December signing period. You're right. Now we were literally in the dead space, right? The national championship game was 2 weeks ago, and we've got nothing until spring practices start popping up all over the place. So I get where you're coming from, for sure. I think coaches, and I could be wrong here, I think they prefer the early signing day just to get it over with. But at the same time, the way the calendar, when they came up with early signing day, the portal didn't exist. And so, the changes in the sport since then have made that signing day a little more untenable. Maybe they would be up for moving it back to February at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming at it from two different angles. One, the obvious, hey, give your fans something to engage with in the sport. The NFL is basically a year. It's an 11-month out of the year sport. College football needs to do as much of that as they can. Mm-hmm. The month of February, nothing's going on for college football fans. Right. Here's something going on. But also that. It's especially for, now not everybody makes the playoff, but if you're trying to get ready for the playoffs in particular, you've got to somehow have signing day and also portal opening. It doesn't make any sense. And now that you've got the ability to bring in new students after your semester starts, wouldn't it make a whole lot of sense for there to be one signing day and it to be right now as opposed to two signing days, one in December for some reason? Because you can still have this signing day and enroll kids in school for the spring if you would like them to be. And if it's not the first Wednesday in February, make it the last Wednesday in January or something like that. But adjust this day to where you get all of the effects, one less thing that teams that are participating in the postseason have to deal with, and you can still get them on your campus for spring. And it seems like this day makes so much more sense than the first day.
We say this, though, and we're talking about the same people who yesterday we were just chiding for their inability to lead and their inability to make smart decisions regarding their own calendars and everything else. So, maybe we shouldn't be surprised by this.
Yeah, it's so funny. The coaches the coaches are the ones that tell their ADs and presidents how to vote on things like portal windows. And then they happen, and then they complain about them.
Yes.
It's like, you controlled the vote. You picked the calendar. And if you didn't, your boss did. So go tell your boss that it's a problem. But standing behind a podium, this is terrible. You're the reason it's terrible. Collect your $14 million a year and shut your mouth is what everybody should respond to them with. But I miss the old signing day. I loved it. I also am the kind of sicko that misses the spring games too. But
yes, it is different. And the portal has also lessened the impact of high school recruiting. It used to be that's how you got your new players. That was the only way to do it. So, when you got a 4-star kid or a 5-star kid, there was so much excitement. And now you get a 4-star kid and you're like, well, we'll see.
We'll see if he even stays.
He's even going to stay a year.
We've even got people like you there's a 5-star player that has chosen to stay at his school despite not playing right away because he wasn't ready to play right away. And you're like, why hasn't he left? Why hasn't he left? He should have gone here. Why hasn't he left yet? But why?
Now year 2's coming up. We'll see if he's what he does.
Talking out of both ends there.
Oh, I didn't say I don't have a problem with those guys leaving. They can do what they want, but it definitely lessens the excitement.
The guy we're talking about, Caleb Cunningham's an anomaly in this age of football. A guy that's willing to sit and wait before he gets his turn.
Yes. So like I said, I don't.
I'm just picking on you.
These guys can do whatever they want. Well, I mean, you can pick all you want. I'm going to win that bet at the end of the year, so that's all I care
15
about.
receptions.
15 and a half.
Okay, so 16 receptions, I will win. I will. He will catch more than 16 passes.
I don't think so.
This season.
That's going to be a $1 bill in my pocket.
Make it a hundo.
No, it's friendly.
Make it a hundo.
You're always talking about you ain't got any money.
I don't have any money.
I don't want to put any strain on you.
I really don't have it.
All right, well, we'll make some money right now. And we'll be back in just a minute. Sports Talk Mississippi, we're just getting started with you on a Wednesday.
Sports Talk Mississippi, your new home for exclusive sports coverage here in the Magnolia State.
Let me put it to you this way.
Right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. So it is National Signing Day. Both of these players, I believe, were committed already, but Ole Miss did sign 2 players. 2, hey, Dad, 2.
There you go.
On National Signing Day, Jamarian Owens is the first one, a defensive lineman from Raleigh, Mississippi. And I don't know much about high school players, being fully transparent, but they added a defensive lineman. Randall Joyner seems to have a pretty good eye for talent, so we'll see what kind of player he becomes. And then Case Thomas, the other one, a wide receiver from MRA, is in the boat as well. Over 3,000 high school receiving yards for the young man. I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, high school recruiting is not what grabs the eyes anymore. It's all about portal because you look at, among Ole Miss's high school recruiting class. I mean, I look at it, and it's good. I mean, it's a top 25 class. They added the number 2 portal class, though. And how many of these guys are going to actually contribute on this football team? I mean, maybe maybe they do.
Yeah.
You've got a couple of defensive linemen that, maybe Landon Barnes, the edge, can get some rotational snaps late in games, especially in blowout games. But that's what we're talking about here. A couple linebackers maybe could get on the field if there's an injury or two, but that's how it used to be, right? It was always that way.
Right.
But the portal ads are guys that, hey, that guy's going to start, or you need that guy to start at left tackle, or you need that guy to start at linebacker, or that guy's definitely going to be the starting defensive back. It's just all of your eyes go to portal and away from high school. Signing high school players is important. They don't all leave, but the volume of them that do leave create a little bit of cynicism when it comes to, well, you added a high school recruiting class. Great. Half of them are going to leave anyway.
So you look at Levy's first class at Mississippi State, right? He signed 26 high school players, right? 2 years later, 4 of them are here. Just 4. Xavier Gayton is still here. I'm just going through it. San Francisco McGee, still here. TJ Lockhart, still here. And Ethan Pulliam, still here. That's it. And so, I look at, Mississippi State signing classes, and if you can get half of the guys you sign to make some positive contribution, you've done a great job.
Oh, my gosh.
In my opinion. If you get half. So if you sign 26, if 13 of those guys make a positive contribution, and I would tell you that, of this group, looking at the guys who have left, you would Stonka, J.J. Harrell, no. Mario Craver had a good first year at Mississippi State. Michael Van Buren contributed a little bit his first year. Timothy Lewis was a starter. Johnny Daniels contributed some. Brandon Jennings was a guy that got a lot of, as a JUCO player, got a lot of snaps for Mississippi State. Brylan Lanier as a JUCO player, he might be the best player in the class thus far, right? Pulliam is probably the second best, the punter. I mean, it's just not a lot. It's not a lot. It's just a different, and that's the difference, like with like Georgia and Ohio State, is their high school classes tend to contribute. They're getting top quality guys. They're developing them and turning them into good college football players. Mississippi State is doing well. Go ahead and look at the next class. I mean, probably a good chunk of those guys are gone as well. 2025. How many of those guys? Camario, Tyler Lockhart. Those are guys I expect to have big steps for Mississippi State this year. I think Tyshawn Willis is the guy they'd like to see, do well. But already Tony Mitchell is transferred out. Jerron Johnson didn't make it to campus. Ferzell Shepard is already transferred out. Mason Clinton is on his second transfer since he left Mississippi State. He signed in December, was gone by the end of the spring, played last year at USM, now he's at Florida. Just a bunch of guys that are just never going to play at Mississippi State. And my guess is, without looking, if you go look at Ole Miss's class, it's probably pretty similar.
I pulled up the 2023 class just to see, just out of – you got Centarian Perkins in that class.
That's a good start.
4-star safety, Braxton Myers. Apparently he's at Western Kentucky now.
Okay.
Aiden Williams is at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Kedrick Riscano, I think he went to – did he go to Arizona, the running back?
Is that the guy who had like the weird eligibility thing?
No, that was the other running back that they wanted to bring in when they looked at his years at the FCS level.
Okay. You know what's funny is now he could probably get eligible.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Brycen Sanders, who you hear from at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. Mm-hmm. Caden Lee played a lot, helped a lot. He's in that class. But, Javante Connor did not help. A.J. Brown did not help that team. Ethan Fields. Jam Brown is a rotational defensive lineman, but he does not help them much. You have an offensive tackle who hasn't played. Austin Simmons transferred out. An edge that hasn't played, another edge that hasn't played, a safety that hasn't played. And some of these guys have left. I just don't know their destinations. But that's what you're talking about, this recruiting class. I mean, guys that have actually helped this program. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That
have truly helped the team in the 2023 recruiting class, and it was a top 25 class.
Yeah. That is the nature of college football nowadays. It's almost like your high school signing class is kind of just for show. It's just something to poke your chest out about if you have a top 10, top 15. Oh, we had a great high school class, but the dirty little secret is knowing half those guys will probably never even take a snap for you.
The 2024 class for Ole Miss, you had Eccles and Franklin in it, so those were 2 hits.
Yeah. But, is Beaver still there?
Did he stay?
I don't know.
Is he the one that went to Southern Miss?
That's Jeffrey Rush that went to Southern. I knew that.
Okay, so Rush was in that class. He's gone.
Yeah.
Norio White, not there anymore. A.J. Maddox is still on roster, but
he'll never play.
Has not helped to this point.
I'll just be honest. He'll never play.
Not a meaningful snap.
Yeah.
Let's see. So let me count that. So 2.
It's not a lot.
2 that have provided significant contributions. Not 3. 3 that have provided actual contributions on the field in meaningful games.
That's a 24 class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were sophomores, but still, that's what you're talking about.
What's funny is 2 of the ones for state in the 24 class that provided meaningful contributions as freshmen are gone. Craver and Van Buren. Also, Kai McClendon. Kai McClendon started a lot of games and played a lot of football for Mississippi State. He's gone. Luke Work and Timothy Lewis played a lot of games for Mississippi State. They're gone. So going into this year, like I said, you've got your punter. You've got a backup offensive lineman. You've got a backup running back. And there's one more. You got a receiver who might be a starter in San Francisco McGee. He could be one of the 3 receivers to start. So McGee is likely to be the most impactful guy, and he hasn't even done anything yet. He had a touchdown in the bowl game. That's about it.
Crazy, but that is the world that we are living in. And then go to the portal class. How many of those guys from?
It's so much different. Yeah,
so much more.
Looking at State's portal class, the first one that Lay put together. McKylan Pounders, not a great player, but he started every game for Mississippi State. Kelly Akari was a starter. Blake Shapen, we obviously know, was a starter. Kevin Coleman, great player for State in his 1 year. Stone Blanton started every game. Ethan Miner started every game. Devon Booth started basically every game. Jacoby Jackson started almost every game. Diego Brumfield started every game this past season. Kedrick Bentley Jones was a starter, top reserve. Suleiman Kapaka was a starter for Mississippi State. I mean, just that's where you're getting your players from, is the portal.
Yeah, my gosh. I mean, I'm looking at the 24 portal class. I mean, there's a few misses in here, but
I'm thinking of State's offensive starting lineup this past year, right? So let's just go through it. Shapen is a transfer. Booth was a transfer. Thompson, Evans, Jordan Mosley, all transfers. Aiden Williams, if you want to count him as a transfer. Seydou Traore was a transfer. Albert Reese was the guy Mississippi State signed out of high school. Cannon Boone was the guy Mississippi State signed out of high school. The other offensive lineman, Lewis, was the guy they signed out of high school. But Javen James was a transfer. Jacoby Jackson was a transfer. Flapjack Owens was a transfer. So at best, we're going to say 3 guys State recruited out of high school that started games on offense this year.
Crazy.
Defense is probably about the same, maybe a little bit better. They recruited Kelly Jones. They recruited Isaac Smith. They recruited Brandon Jennings, Calvin Dinkins, Trevion Williams. But by and large, it's the transfer portal.
And
it's just a different name.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. I mean, I saw mentioned Lane Kiffin a second ago. He talked about how bringing in a lot of talent doesn't mean the team's going to be good right away. And I thought, you're right, and not a single person there is going to listen to you. He gets no grace period, none. Yeah. They spent too much money on that team, and when you sign the number 1 portal class, they expect you to compete for a championship in year 1, and. That allows you to flip a roster and build a competitive team almost right away. Look at Indiana. For gosh sakes, look at Indiana.
Yeah.
But if LSU goes 9-3, those people are going to be furious.
Yep, you're right.
So, anyway. Happy National Signing Day. Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll be back.
From this
place for crazy people.
If it's sports in Mississippi, you'll hear about it here. Sports Talk Mississippi on SuperTalk Mississippi.
She's been playing at a room.
Welcome back, Michael Borky, Brian Haydad with you, Sports Talk Mississippi. So glad that you guys are with us. So, saw this stat earlier. Shout out to Billy Cole. I believe is how to say your last name. He's actually a journalism student, so good luck, my friend. I've been in your exact shoes, but he posted this on Twitter. I never thought about this until he did, so credit to him. Talk about difficult schedules in SEC baseball, how Arkansas has got a super easy one. Basically, everybody else's difficult one. It is life in SEC baseball, after all. I did not realize Ole Miss's was this difficult. They play a ranked team, if you're looking at D1's poll, every weekend until the last one in conference play. They open in Austin. Texas is ranked number 3. They host Kentucky in week 2, I guess, of conference play. Kentucky ranked number 18. They host Mississippi State. Obviously, Mississippi State ranked number 4. They go to Gainesville, Florida, ranked number 13. They host LSU. LSU ranked number 2. They go to Knoxville, Tennessee, ranked number 14. They host Georgia. Georgia, a lot of hype in the preseason, not as much in D1, but they're number 15.
Their top 5 are maybe top 10 in Baseball America.
They go to Fayetteville, Arkansas, preseason number 7. They host Texas A&M, preseason number 25. Actually, the Aggies are in D1. And then they go to Tuscaloosa. That is their one weekend of relief, is on the road.
I mean, that's a good team. That's an NCAA tournament team.
Yes. That is Ole Miss's conference schedule this year in baseball. You knew it was tough. I didn't realize it was that, though.
Well, now you got me curious for state. I know
Here,
state
tell me states, and I'll tell you the ranking.
I know state starts with Arkansas.
Arkansas, the aforementioned Razorbacks, ranked number 7.
Home with Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt ranked number 23.
At Ole Miss, I know they're unranked in D1.
Ole Miss unranked in D1, number
16 in Baseball America.
Baseball America.
Georgia at home.
Georgia, number 15.
Tennessee at home.
Tennessee, number 14.
Here's the break, as we would say for them, is at South Carolina.
Unranked.
LSU at home.
LSU, the aforementioned Tigers, are number 2.
Texas on the road.
Number 3.
Auburn at home.
Auburn is...
Should be 9th, I think.
Yes, number 9.
And then A&M on the road.
Number 25.
So 1, yeah.
Mississippi State gets South Carolina. And the other unranked team is at their in-state rival that is also filled with talent and ranked in the top 20 in another poll. Wow, State's got such an easy schedule.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about it before. It's like Ole Miss is going to be ahead of State in terms of strength of schedule right now because they play State and State doesn't play State.
Yeah. I mean, that's truly that's the difference in the schedule.
Ole Miss has 4 games against Mississippi State. Mississippi State has no games against Mississippi State. So
that really does help.
Yeah.
And then the non-conference, obviously, Ole Miss and Mississippi State both will play Southern Miss. They are ranked number 20 in this poll. Ole Miss also has 1 game against Coastal Carolina in that tournament thing that they're not tournament, but round robin deal that they will have in Houston. But that's just 1 game there. Mississippi State's non-conference. You said it yesterday. Not like super imposing.
Yeah, nothing like that. But at the same time, I mean, they do play the number 1 team in the nation in the tournament out there, and that's the UCLA Bruins. Arizona State's not a terrible team. And then in the midweek, Troy has been a tournament team, been pretty good in years past. Austin Peay is a decent program. Obviously, you've got 2 games with Southern Mississippi. You play Tulane down on the coast that they play every year, that game at Keesler Park. You obviously still have the Governor's Cup. UAB, not a terrible team. Samford has been in the NCAA tournament. So it's not. I'm not going to try to sell you on the idea that this is some ridiculously difficult schedule. I am pleased that they got rid of the late game with North Alabama. The year that they're always playing some team in the second to last week or the last week of the season that's a 250 RPI. They got rid of that, so I'm pleased with that.
Ole Miss is doing that with UT Martin on May 12th.
Well, it was Murray State that beat Ole Miss, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't keep those teams straight.
Similar color scheme, kind of. They both use blue.
But State's like weekend games. Hofstra, Delaware, Lipscomb. They're the tournament is one thing, but the games they have at home on the weekends, non-conference. I mean, they should be 9-0. We'll just come out and say they should be 9-0, and there should be some run rules in there as well.
Yeah. This is a very elementary dumb guy brain thing to say. Every time I see Lipscomb, though, apparently it's a fantastic school, isn't it? The name is so I couldn't go to school there because I couldn't tell people I go to Lipscomb University. Couldn't do it. It's just gross to me because.
But it's comb, Lipscomb.
I know, but when people say it...
Yeah, I know, I get it.
Okay, what is wrong with this gentleman's lips? I mean, he needs to go see a doctor or something.
It's not like that. You
got to wash your face sometimes, man. What are you doing?
Only, am I seeing this right? Only 1 SWAC school. SWAC, I know they play Grambling too, so that's 2. But, those teams, God bless them, they just kill your RPI, but State only has 2 of them this year, so that's not terrible. And one's Alcorn, so I don't mind keeping that in the state.
Yeah, Ole Miss has Jackson State on February 18th, and I think...
So that's the first midweek game?
They're actually playing 2 2 midweek games after the first weekend.
Everybody does that. Yeah, State's doing it.
But I don't see another one. No, they have Alcorn as well in Oxford on April 7th.
Yeah, State has Troy on the 17th and Alcorn on the 18th.
Somebody says Austin Peay has the Player of the Year in their conference, but State also owes them some revenge from 2 years ago.
Bad doubleheader. Who could ever forget that?
Yeah. Ole Miss also facing Austin Peay. Is he a pitcher? Who's the player that?
I don't know. So that's the Missouri Valley Conference, I believe. That would have been. No, is it not the Missouri Valley? I don't know. I don't know what conference they're in. So.
I don't either. But interesting stuff.
They're in the A-Sun. Okay.
Oh, the Atlantic Sun.
All right, here we're getting somewhere now. A-Sun Player of the Year.
Wait, don't they have a transfer? Is that where T.J. Finley went to go play? I think that's where
Chris Parson is the quarterback at
Chris Parson.
At Austin.
Where did Finley go play?
I don't know. The A-Sun Player of the Year was Cameron Nickens is his name.
Okay.
Hit .358 last year.
Ooh.
Very good.
T.J. Finley went to Incarnate Word, by the way.
This is certainly the place where it's finally he's going to take off and be a superstar and be that first-round pick we all thought he could be back in 1987 when he started playing college football.
He's so close to my age. I'm not that much older than him.
This is his 7th year, right? So at worst, he's 25, right? I mean, at best. At best, he's 25. Mm-hmm. He could be 26, 27. I don't know if there's, something else going on in there. So, yeah, that's kind of a weird thing.
Man.
He is a hitter. Their offense is... Yeah, I mean, Austin Peay was a good team last year. They were a quality baseball program.
Also, a pretty sick logo, by the way. It's like the Planters Peanut Man, but way cooler.
I did not realize their website is letsgop.com.
Yep, that's their chant. Let's go.
I knew that was their chant. I did not know that was the website name.
Man, kindergartners would absolutely love to be fans of Austin Peay. Could you imagine what Kids Day at Austin Peay games are like?
God forbid that it's 6-7 in the middle of the 6th inning or something like that.
I mean, growing up doing the Kids Day stuff at Furman games, getting to yell "F you" with impunity was pretty awesome as a middle schooler.
I bet South Carolina kids enjoyed it too. Yeah. Austin Peay last year was 45-14. They were 26-4 in their conference. That's a good baseball program. So yeah.
There you go. 601-879-4395. 601-879-4395. I still hope that they explored the possibility of eliminating a couple of those RPI bombs from calculations to help those games maintain. They got to figure something out because you want, especially in baseball, you got to keep travel expenses and stuff down. I don't know if you should punish a team the way that teams get punished for scheduling a lower tier school nearby you to help them out the way it's so damaging in baseball. But I don't know.
Me either.
Sports Talk Mississippi. Glad that you guys are with us. Baseball season. Is that 9 days away?
9 days.
Single digits until the start of baseball season.
Oh, goodness. I can't even believe it. I'm so excited.
We'll be right back. Sports Talk Mississippi.
Sports Talk Mississippi. To the junction, in the Grove, and to the top. Sports Talk Mississippi on SuperTalk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Borky and Haydad with you.
You went into the well for that one.
Yeah. It's almost impossible for a cover to hit better than the original.
That's on the list. That's on the list of covers that are, like the King one is all along the Watchtower. Because I don't know how many people really realize that's a cover, but it is. But Jimi Hendrix's version is the best one. My personal favorite is Living Colour's "Sunshine of Your Love." Incredible, really, really good. But that is definitely on the list.
You know, it's incredible, maybe for a different reason. SuperTalk News was on this. I saw this from our very own news team. Do you know that we have at least a great white shark off the Mississippi Gulf Coast? Did you know this? There's one out there.
There's a great white in the Gulf?
There's a great white in the Gulf. Reading from SuperTalk News, a massive great white shark. Shock.
Somebody was watching The Town this weekend. What's going on here?
Shark, referred to by researchers
Whose car are we going to take?
Ernst, was recently tracked along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The nonprofit is called O-Search, I believe. I'm saying that correctly. There's no S. O-C-E-A-R-C-H. O-Search have been tracking the 12-foot, over 1,000-pound female for months. There's a joke about somebody's wife in there. Tagging her in the waters off Nova Scotia, Canada in October. She has since swam for more than 3,200 miles down the East Coast around Florida into the Gulf of Mexico. From January 9th to the 22nd, she pinged southeast of Mobile Bay off of Alabama's coast and then continued west. You can imagine what is west of Mobile. That is the great state of Mississippi. On January 30th at 5:30 in the morning, Ernst was pinged just south of Horn Island. She could still be in the area, but if her route continues, she's expected to eventually reach the waters off of Louisiana. It does not say exactly how close to Horn Island Ernst was, but a 12-foot, 1,000-pound great white shark is off the coast of Mississippi as of 5 days ago.
Not good. Don't like that. I'm still laughing at you going Boston. I don't know what happened there. I did watch The Town this weekend. I had not seen it, so I was
great. You watched it?
Yeah.
How good is that movie?
It's really, really good. And but now you've got that voice in my head. Last guy to rip off the Red Sox like this was Jack Clark. Like, what is going on? Where did shock come from?
I don't know.
Sound like Peter Griffin over there. I'll do the impressions on this show. Thank you very much.
I love the quote from Dr. Jill Hendon, the director of the Center for Fisheries Research and Development at Southern Miss. Apparently she said this during Shark Week 2025, that it's not uncommon, actually, for us to have great whites in our waters in Mississippi. But the first part of the quote is funny. We absolutely do get great whites. They typically stay a little bit further out and offshore. Okay, but that's still too close to us.
Yeah.
Jill.
Jeff and Pontotoc. I'm bored. Eats an entire bag of Doritos. Ernst, I'm bored. Swims 3,200 miles from Nova Scotia to Mississippi.
Ooh, somebody sends us the latest ping.
Yeah, they got the pings right there.
That's too close.
That's way too close. Like, that's not good.
19 miles from Horn Island. I had to turn my head sideways to see the picture.
Yes, yes.
19 miles from Horn. You guys, some of you guys listening, fish out there.
Mm-hmm.
What runs in the Gulf this time of year?
I have no idea. I would not.
Somebody out there tuna fishing or something.
Oh, there's not tuna out there.
It's not tuna. There's tuna in the Gulf. Yes, there is.
Is there?
Yes.
No. Isn't that a Pacific fish? I can't wait to find out the answer to this. Apparently she swims
through.
The
Gulf of Mexico offers world-class tuna fishing.
Okay, I would not have guessed that.
Particularly yellowfin and blackfin.
I eat a good bit of yellowfin. I love a good tuna steak.
They are really good.
They are good. It's the best meal for a weeknight meal. You know why? It takes 2 minutes.
Yeah, just
60 seconds,
done.
Flip, 60 seconds. Guess what? It's done.
Somebody says, I worked in marine biology for years. She swims through every year. How about that?
That's crazy.
And none of you have caught her yet. I thought...
Yeah, don't try to catch that thing. I've seen that movie. Don't try.
Mike says Gulf Coast tuna is the buzzard of the sea. Yeah, but it tastes good.
There you go.
Lamb and tuna fish.
Yeah.
All right, so when we come back, I had a long conversation with Ole Miss center Brycen Sanders earlier today, and so that will start the 4 o'clock hour. We talked about his health, had offseason surgery, the run through the playoff, Pete Golding, his new offensive coordinator, and things like that. That'll be the first part of the conversation. I do ask him about the Kiffin stuff and the media narratives around the team and what they wanted. That'll be in part 2 of the conversation. But when we come back after the news on the Farm Bureau guest line, my conversation with the veteran Ole Miss center, Brycen Sanders.
Your Sports Talk Mississippi. Sports. On your radio and in the game. SuperTalk Mississippi.
Joined now by Ole Miss offensive lineman Brycen Sanders. Thank you so much for your time, man. And I want to start with something that I just made reference to right before we hit record. How are you feeling? You had off-season surgery. It was shoulder surgery, right? And
yes, sir.
How are you feeling? How's recovery going for you?
I feel pretty good. Surgery wasn't too bad. It was mainly a quick cleanup, rotator cuff mainly. Been about 3 weeks and a day since I had it. Feel pretty good, almost out of the sling completely. Rehab's going good. Should be good in about 4 to 5 months, I'd say.
When did the injury occur?
I think it was about week 4 of the season.
I mean, I played high school football, right? I didn't play college football like you. The toughness level of you guys, I don't think can be overstated. So you had an injury in week 4 that required surgery, and you did not get it until you played through the rest of the season and into the playoffs. NFL guys all over the field in front of you, and you just how bad did it hurt when you played?
Thankfully, the doctors did a pretty good job of getting me right for the game, but it didn't hurt too bad. But I wasn't going to miss this chance I had to be able to play on this team no matter what happened. So I wasn't coming down no matter what.
So on that note, when did you know that this team in particular was different? When did you know that?
Honestly, probably the second game of the season against Kentucky when we had to come back from – it was a difficult situation, down by – I think we were down by 10 points after the first quarter, I think, at Kentucky, second game of the year. And, just out of nowhere we got hit with this adversity and, no one on the sideline flinched. We all knew we were going to come back and win, and I think from then on we just kind of had that bond, and that's when we kind of knew that we could do this if we're all together no matter what.
And so you make this magical run. Is there ever a point up until the very end where you stop and kind of pinch yourself that, hey, we're making history here at this school, or was it just all business the whole time until it was over?
I tried to soak it all in a little bit, but I just had to keep going, just because the stakes were so high, and I wanted to win that national championship so badly. Sometimes I wish I would have soaked it in a little bit more because you never know if we were going to go back there. But that was definitely all business almost the whole time.
And there's a lot of conversation now. We actually did it on our radio show yesterday with the college football calendar and how you've got the end of the season, and then there's weeks before the playoff begins, and then there's 2 weeks before the next game, and then 2 weeks before the next game. Is that something that you as a player wish would change? Is the long time off detrimental to the team's ability to perform? What would you guys prefer?
Yeah, I don't like the calendar at all. I think from the game of the Egg Bowl into the first game, it was like 25, 26 days or something, which is an insane amount of time. Like, we were on the practice field. Like, when's the last time we played a game? It felt forever. Like, then when we stepped on the field, it was like, it doesn't even feel like we're playing a game just because it's been almost a month since we last played. So I definitely wish they'd change the calendar and make the games a little closer to each other, because I mean, I think I saw on Twitter that next year the quarterfinal game and the national championship is like a month apart, which is just insane.
Yeah, so November 14th, Brycen, next year is the halfway point between week 1 and the national championship game.
Yeah, it's insane. They're gonna have to fix it. It's crazy.
So you return on the offensive line. You're 3 interior guys, starters anyway. All 3 of you are coming back. Continuity is something that we talk about a lot from the media side. How important is that actually to have the interior 3 on your offensive line all returning?
I think it's very important, especially for me at center, because having those 2 guys playing right next to me it helps a lot. Just because we already have a year of communication with each other. We know how each other plays, how each other communicates, and it's going to help big. And also for those guards that return to help the new tackles that are going to come in on right and left, to have both of those guys at guard to be able to help them, it's gonna be big time, especially for this offensive line and for the whole offense.
There is, I mean, you know it, you live it in college football, the opportunity to leverage the transfer portal, whether it be for more money or just to whatever the case may be. You chose not to go that route. There was no drama with you whatsoever. You didn't hit the portal, obviously. You didn't even leverage that at all. Why not? Why did you choose to have a drama-free, I'm staying at Ole Miss, and not leverage the portal?
Because, that's what I believe in. That's, I've always believed in that. If you go to a place, you should be loyal to that place no matter what. And that's the type of person I am. I'm not going to go against my beliefs and create all this drama for no reason just to get – I don't think it's worth it to do all that.
You mentioned the incoming tackles. As a veteran leader on the offensive line, what can you tell us about them? And then also, what is your role in acclimating them to the team and your culture in the offensive line room?
Yeah, Terez Davis is going to be a really good tackle. He was here last year. He played, I think, 3 or 4 games as a true freshman at Maryland. He's going to be a really good player for us. We also got Carius Kern coming in from LSU. He's going to be a really good player as well. I think for my job is just to help these guys transition easily. For me as a center, I communicate. I tell them, what our combinations are, what the call is. So for me to just, simplify everything for them, not make it too complicated so they can just come in and play fast, I think is going to be the key for us.
What can you tell us about Trinidad Chambliss and the Trinidad Chambliss that you met initially back in the summer when he joined the team versus what he is now? What kind of person is he, and what difference do you see in him from when he joined the team versus now?
Yeah, he's grown a lot, I think, confidence-wise and as a vocal leader. When he came into the summer, everyone initially knew that Austin was going to be the starter, so Trinidad was kind of just, quiet. He knew he was going to be a backup until he got his chance. And then, once he started playing more and more and becoming the type of player he is, he became a more vocal leader, and he grew in confidence, and that, grew us as well. And he, toward the end of the season, he was being a team leader, speaking up at halftime, speaking up before the games. And, before the season, he would barely speak to anyone. So he's grown a lot, and it's awesome to see.
And obviously a special player. I asked you earlier when you knew the team was special. When did you know that he was capable of doing what he did, basically from day one as a starter, but especially in the postseason?
I think that Arkansas game really kind of opened up everyone's eyes, not only for us, but for the whole world to see when we dropped, 42 or 45 points, I think, against Arkansas, and, had that big win at home, and Trinidad went off. I think he had, 4 or 5 touchdowns. So, to see him go out and do that, we're like, dang, we got a really good player, and I think everyone realized that as well.
John David Baker, your new offensive coordinator, how similar, how different is the offense? So I'll start there, actually. I want to ask some personal questions, too, about him. But from the offense, how different is it? How similar is it to what you were running a year ago?
It'll be very similar. They all kind of come from the same background. JDB was here my freshman year as the co-offense coordinator with Weiss. So it'll be very similar. We'll obviously change some stuff up, but it'll be good to kind of keep that same identity of what we are.
And then what is he like? Just off the field, what's your relationship like with him?
Oh, he's awesome. He's just a player's coach. He comes in, jokes around. He'll just, hang out with you. He'll be the type of guy you can go drink a beer with. So it's going to be awesome to have him as a OC.
And you mentioned, so you have the experience with him at being at Ole Miss. But how valuable is it, though, from your perspective, especially as a veteran player, for a guy that's taking over such a successful offense that went out and did it on his own?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to have confidence in JDB as well, just because he went to ECU and he had a high caliber offense, and then he knows the type of players we're bringing back, so we can have confidence in calling plays and knowing that we're going to execute for him, and we want to play for him. He's a great guy, so he's a great coach. It's going to be awesome to play for him.
Kewan Lacey in your running back room. I mean, a lot of people say that a running back's only as good as his offensive line. As an offensive lineman, though, how nice is it to do what you do and have a running back that can reward you for good things as well?
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He even when we miss blocks, sometimes he'll make us look good. So definitely credit to him for making us look good. But no, he's a great person. He's a great running back. Even off the field, he's very quiet. Honestly, he doesn't talk too much. He just goes around, daps everyone up, and he's an awesome guy to hang with. And he's become a good friend of mine, and I'm awesome. I'm very excited that he's coming back for another year.
Yeah, he's all business, huh? I mean, all business on the field, with the exception of the touchdown celebrations. He did do something in the Sugar Bowl, though, that's a little bit risky. So I don't know if you're familiar with Marshall Henderson. Marshall Henderson in the SEC championship game did a gator chomp in the second half. Ole Miss was playing Florida, and Ole Miss was losing the game at the moment. But he makes a big shot, and they go to a timeout, and he's running down the court doing the gator chomp. And Ole Miss is currently losing. Now, they went on to win the game. Kewan Lacey in the Sugar Bowl scores, and you guys aren't winning yet, and he's doing the belt thing. That's a little bit risky when you think about it.
Yeah, I think him doing that just, kind of shows the confidence we have. Not only that he definitely has a lot of confidence, but as a team that, we knew we weren't going to flinch and that we were going to come back and win.
You guys, I mean, right in that moment, you knew you were winning that game, right? There's no way you were losing in that moment. 100%.
I mean, we knew that, we didn't start off the best, obviously, but we knew if we finished the game and the defense was going to clutch up that, it was going to be in our hands. And, we weren't going to lose that game.
It's part one of my conversation with Ole Miss center Brycen Sanders. We'll be back with part two. Sports Talk Mississippi. He joins us on the Farm Bureau guest line.
From the Sports Talk Mississippi. Sports Talk Mississippi.
You know I love sports.
On Super Talk Mississippi.
Sports Talk Mississippi, back with you here on a Wednesday. What's up on Sports Talk Mississippi? Well, we're going to continue Michael Borky's exclusive interview with Ole Miss offensive lineman Brycen Sanders. And then what are we doing in the college football fix? What do you got for me?
All that legal stuff. I mean, you've got
the legalese.
Joey Aguilar won a case in the NCAA. Responded
Nobody wants
to
that.
Trinidad Chambliss, and I talked to.
All right.
I added a third lawyer friend. I've got a third one.
All right. We'll talk about that. Right now, you can own the John Deere compact tractor you've always wanted with 0% financing at Ag Up. Whether you're trading in, upgrading your land, or a new landowner needing equipment, your down-home team will get you the right machine at the right price. Now, with 0% financing on all 1 through 4 series machines, stop by your local Ag Up or visit them at agup.com. Your down-home dealer. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. What's up on Sports Talk Mississippi, brought to you by Ag Up.
Pete Golding, your new and not so new head coach. I mean, he coached you obviously through the playoffs, but he's been your DC. What can you tell us about what Pete Golding has been since the season ended? I kind of want to go in reverse. So since the season has ended, what has it been like as Pete Golding as the Ole Miss head coach since the Fiesta Bowl?
I think it's been like a breath of fresh air in this facility, honestly. He's a great coach. He's a player's coach. He just brings a different kind of energy that, we didn't have before. He knows everyone. He hangs out with everyone. He'll go up and talk to everyone. And it's just a guy you want to play for. He'll give a really good pregame speech. He'll get us fired up before the games. And We have team meetings that we'll have good talks about, and we started doing during the season. We had to come up here on Sundays. We started doing chapel on Sunday mornings, which is awesome to not only bring Jesus into everyone's lives, but just have a team camaraderie like that. So it's just been awesome to have him as coach.
And then navigating through the playoffs. So it was an unprecedented situation, as you know, and everybody listening to this knows as well. No team, no coach had to deal with what you guys were dealing with in the playoff. From the day you found out, hey, this is going to be Pete Golding during your run through the playoff, what was that like? And that experience from a player perspective with a new, air quotes, new head coach taking you through the playoff and then your team performing well on top of it?
Yeah, I think a lot of the guys on the team knew that we had the talent to win the championship, no matter who was coach. I think that's just what everyone was focused on. We were just focused on going on the field and doing our job, no matter who was the coach. And PG was, the perfect coach, and he led us in the right direction. He kept everyone focused during all the coaching changes, just all the craziness that we had. But I think for the players, and I think it was more of a player-led team during the playoffs, and we kind of showed that.
And in your offensive line room, you mentioned some of the coaches leaving in the chaos, and we'll get to some of that here in a second. But John Garrison is a guy that stayed. What can you tell us about your position coach and that decision that he ultimately made on the offensive side of the ball, not to go to LSU, but to stay with you guys right here at Ole Miss?
Yeah, I'm obviously very excited that he stayed. If he left, it would have sucked a lot because he's an awesome coach, not only on the field but off the field. He's an awesome dude to hang out with. I was in his office yesterday for 30 minutes just talking about random stuff. Even last week when no one was up here, I come in the facility, he was up here in his office, no internet connection, watching film off a hotspot. That just shows the type of coach he is. He's a grinder. He's up here every day trying to do everything he can to help us win. And he gets us in the right position, and he prepares us very well. So I'm very glad he's still here.
Sidebar here, the winter storm hits Oxford. You mentioned, no Wi-Fi to speak of. What have you guys as a team been able to do over these last couple of weeks? Obviously, you're okay, right? You're here talking to me, but what's that experience been like as a football team? Because there's 100 of you plus coaches and all that dealing with the winter storm and the power and all that stuff that has happened there in Oxford.
We haven't been up here the last 2 weeks just because of everything. A lot of players didn't have power, didn't have water at their place, so a lot of people went back home or got out of town and just went somewhere else to be safe. But we'll be starting back up Sunday. Thankfully, it's been a long 2 weeks.
When everything was happening with the coaching drama and the end of the season, you and a handful of your teammates were pretty vocal. Why did you choose to be vocal in that moment?
We just wanted to, set the record straight on what really happened, and because there's a lot of false narratives, a lot of false news out there, and we wanted to, not change that, but tell the facts and tell everyone our experience and what really happened.
Yeah, because there was frankly, there was one report in particular that I can think of that we now know was just totally inaccurate when it comes to the players and what they wanted in your team. When you guys see stuff like that, jokers like me saying things that aren't true, most of the time you guys ignore it or don't address it. But in this case, you guys really chose to take a stance basically as a team and say, no, that this is how we feel about this. You don't see that, Brycen, very often. Players taking it upon themselves to set records straight, but you guys chose to do so. And I think in hindsight, it was the right decision as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, usually when there's false news or false narratives, we just ignore it because, we got bigger and better things to focus on. But I think in this situation, it was too big of a situation not to talk about and speak about, especially, for this fan base, for this university. I didn't want their name to be slandered and our name to be slandered.
There is every football coach I'm sure you've ever had in your life talks about limiting distractions, focus on the main thing and don't, protect the team, all that kind of stuff. From the outside looking in, with weeks left in the season, there were distractions around your football team being created by the top of the football team. And yet through all of that, you guys played well, obviously went to the playoff, won playoff games. how are you able to block out such at least outside distraction and lock in and still play great football?
Well, I wouldn't say the distractions were completely blocked. There definitely were some distractions. That was just hard not to look at, hard not to see. I think for some guys on the team, it was easy not to, get carried away with those distractions, especially the guys who were only here for a couple months and who were going to leave in a couple months. They were like, this is my last year, blah, blah, blah. But for a guy like me who's been here for 3 years and who really loves this university and this place, it was hard not to look at the distractions that, and the news stories that might hurt Ole Miss. So it was hard not to look at, but once we got on that field, it was game time, and I was going to do whatever it takes to win.
There are guys that obviously chose to stay, you being one of them, Will Eccles, Centarian Perkins. You can name a list. I mean, Ole Miss did a heck of a job in player retention. Why do you think that is? You look at other coaches that left, I mean, the guys that James Franklin took to Virginia Tech with him, or Matt Campbell who took to Penn State, or Galesh who took to Auburn. All these coaches took, dozens of players from one school to the next. Only 4 went from Ole Miss to LSU. Why do you think that is?
I think it just shows the type of coach PG is, and how many people want to play for him, and also shows the type of job our front office technically did, from Walker Jones to Austin Thomas to KB, just retaining players and helping keep the team that we had last year mainly together this year.
I'm curious about the dynamic that the portal does create, because you do have former teammates that are going to play for your opponent, multiple opponents next year. When you know that, when you see that, what is that relationship like between team and we'll do the Missouri guys first, Austin Simmons and Caden Lee. When you guys see them in Oxford next year, what's that going to be like with you guys that stayed, and when you get to play against a couple of guys that chose to go elsewhere?
I love those guys. I understood why they had to leave. They didn't leave in horrible fashion per se. They left, very cleanly. Austin was my roommate every Friday night this whole year, so we had a good relationship. Caden Lee was my roommate the first 2 years we were here at school, so I have a good relationship with both of them, and I want to see those guys succeed a lot next year, unless they play us, obviously.
So one time a year, you want Austin to throw a dozen picks for 15 yards in the game, but elsewhere, I hear you. And then, of course, there was a couple of last-minute departures elsewhere, and you're going to play them as well. Week 3, is that a game where you guys are – you already have circled on the calendar, or are you going to have to fight against treating that game differently?
I think we're going to have to fight against treating it differently. There's going to be a lot of emotions in the game, but we're just going to have to, play with our emotions in check and, use that for good and just, go out there and play the game, be relaxed, be calm, and just go out there and do what we do.
That is part 2 of my conversation with Brycen Sanders. I didn't want to make the interview about Lane Kiffin because there's more to him and stuff than him, but you could hear in some of those answers the frustration that, no, actually we didn't block out distractions. They were all over. You couldn't escape it. Fascinating answer there, that they played well despite the fact that it was everywhere and they could not escape what was being created around them. So interesting couple of answers there, and also interesting about what he said about the 2 Missouri players in particular compared to others. We'll finish up this conversation when we come back.
Let's go. This is your new home for exclusive sports coverage here in the Magnolia State. Sports Talk Mississippi on SuperTalk Mississippi.
Sports Talk Mississippi is brought to you in part by AgriGold. AgriGold believes progress in the field starts with seed and the people who plant it. That's why AgriGold focuses 100% on seed, delivering trusted genetics and solutions to help you get more out of every acre. Contact Carrie Baker at 662-836-7417, your local AgriGold representative, to learn more, or visit agrigold.com to explore seed solutions and agronomy resources. Plant your legacy today with AgriGold.
All right, here's part 3 of my conversation with Brycen Sanders. We get off into the weeds a little bit, start talking about the World Cup the Spanish national team is making their home base at his high school and things like that. But still a good conversation. Hope you guys have enjoyed it so far, and this will wrap it up.
Do you have any indication yet what spring practice is going to look like? There's no spring portal window anymore. Is there going to be an opportunity for you guys to get together as a team in a way that you didn't get to last year or the year before because of how the calendar worked?
I'm not completely sure yet, just because we've been off the last 2 weeks because of the storm. So we're kind of behind the schedule a little bit. But I'm sure PG and the coaches up there will have a great plan for us.
So almost 30 guys coming in via transfer portal. What do you guys do anything? It's going to sound kind of corny, but special with the players, the incoming guys to help them acclimate to the team and the culture? What's that like when you bring in so many new players to your locker room and to your culture? What do you do to help them out?
Yeah, our coaches do a great job of having different meetings of getting to know everyone and just sort of becoming a team, especially in the summer where we're kind of the only people up here in town. We do a good job of having different events, having different meetings just to get to know each other and go out and hang out with each other outside of the facility.
What do you, as an offensive line room, what is your favorite thing to do together that you can tell me about anyway?
I think last year a lot of us like golfing.
Who's the best player?
I think Diego Pounds is pretty good golfer.
Really? Diego Pounds the best golfer?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was pretty good. Me and Patrick are about the same. We're kind of average. But I think this year we also just went and ate dinner together a lot with each other. We try to find a time during the week, just go out and have dinner with each other, just get out of the football mindset for a little bit.
I'm still struck by the golf thing. Diego Pounds, doesn't give up a sack all season, but Diego Pounds being the best golfer, that's interesting. You guys play like 2K or anything together?
A lot of guys, yeah, they play 2K a lot. I don't really play 2K much. I'm more of a Battlefield Call of Duty guy, but
okay.
there's a lot of 2K players in here.
Man, I'm older than you by over a decade. The Call of Duty has changed so much for the worse. It was so much better. I guess everything was better back in my day, right? But when you, on your own, are not focused on football, when you have no practice, no weights, nothing, you just kind of want to disconnect. What do you do?
Well, when I get that time, it's very rare. I'm just addicted to sports, honestly. I'll just watch whatever's on TV. I was watching Ole Miss play last night. And any Ole Miss sporting event I'm watching no matter what it is, honestly. I love college basketball for some reason. I just will go turn on TV and watch any college basketball game, watch a TV show, do some schoolwork, and that's about it.
Baseball season coming up, and it's a little bit different here in Mississippi than most places on the college baseball front, for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. It'll be fun. I always try to go to some games. I don't really like sitting in the outfield, so I'll go sit in the stands. But
really, you don't like the outfield?
It's just
you don't like getting drinks thrown on you.
It's just too crowded out there. I'm a pretty introverted guy, so I just like to go up in the stands and just sit and watch the game from back there.
Okay, so we know Diego was the best golfer. Do you guys cook together? Who is anybody like a chef connoisseur on the offensive line?
I'm decent at grilling, I'd say.
Okay.
Patrick's pretty good at grilling. Joe Corey, very good at grilling. But we got some good grillers on the team for sure. Yeah,
I feel like that would be like where the talent is on the team. Is like if you're going to have to eat with a position group, it's the offensive line. But especially like at the house, you guys would know more than anybody else. Tell me something about somebody in that room that's interesting. We know Daryl Gill, incoming wide receiver. He's like an aerospace engineer major or something crazy like that. Is there a cool angle like that, either about you or somebody in that offensive line room that would stand out?
Probably that Joe Corey's the funniest guy on the team, 100%. Yeah. He's a team comedian. He gets everyone in the right mood, even when we're down a little bit. Joe Corey, he's awesome to have. He's an awesome friend and an awesome teammate.
2026, big year, schedule a little bit different. You have an extra conference game as well. Internally, what are your expectations for this team in 2026?
I'd honestly haven't really thought about it too much. I haven't really seen any of the new guys, compete in practice. But, my expectation every year is to win national championship. That's who I am as a person. I believe that, no matter what team I'm playing for, as long as I'm playing and we're going to have a chance to win, that's just the type of confidence I have in myself and, as the team I'm playing for. Obviously the schedule's going to be a little bit harder. That doesn't matter. We're going to go out there and compete no matter what. And I'm excited for these new challenges, and I think we can go win it all again.
Proof of concept is something interesting to me because Ole Miss fans, you've interacted with them. You know that Ole Miss fans have thought that they have had the opportunity as a program to become a national contender. It's just getting the right leadership and stuff like that. You guys had a ball in the air in the end zone away from playing for a national championship, and I feel like that has inspired a lot of confidence in your fan base that, hey, actually, all the stuff that the fans have been saying for years and years about what Ole Miss can be, look, there's proof right there. And so every team says our goal is to win a championship, but from the outside perspective, you guys have shown that, yes, you actually can build a team and a roster that can get to that point right there at Ole Miss, and you've seen like an influx of confidence from the fan base because you guys showed that, hey, you can do it there.
100%. And I know Ole Miss fans have been longing for, a successful season like this. I know, after all the sanctions, they had a rough couple of years. And even in the early, 2020s, like 2020, we had 5 or 6 wins, I think. So, I'm definitely glad for the fans I got to experience, this season, this year. And obviously want to do more for them and go win a national championship.
So you went to the Baylor School in Chattanooga. I actually have a few good friends that went there as well. Did you see that the Spain national team for the World Cup is going to be stationed at your high school?
Yeah, I actually saw that the other day. It's pretty cool.
Of all things to happen at a high school, like the coolest thing that happened at my high school was you've probably never seen the movie, The Replacements. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
The receiver, Clifford Franklin, they put stickum on his hand. Yeah, that guy went to my high school. Like, that's the coolest thing that happened with me. But, the Spanish national team. Here's the thing, though, Brycen. You got to put something in the water. We don't want those guys to win.
Yeah, I know.
Something light, just give them a stomach bug for a week or so,
Yeah, no, I definitely hope U.S. national team wins. Whenever U.S. is competing in a sport, especially with the Olympics coming up, I'm always watching, especially the hockey. U.S. men's national hockey team, to watch them is very fun to watch, especially when they played Canada last year, and I'm excited for the rematch this year.
What about curling? Will you engage in the curling?
I actually think I saw that curling starts today, so maybe if U.S. is playing on TV, I'll watch.
I have no idea how it works. I just like the guys sweeping and stuff. I don't know. I get into it.
Yeah, I got no idea either.
Man, congratulations on all the success that you guys have already had, but from listening to you now and just kind of knowing how, especially an offensive lineman brain works, you guys aren't satisfied at all, are you?
Oh, no, definitely not. The end goal of every season is to be the last team standing, and we weren't this year. So, we got more work to do.
Man, really appreciate your time. Get healthy, rest that shoulder, and looking forward to watching you this season. Thank you, man.
Yes.
And that is the end of my conversation with Brycen Sanders. Yeah, if you guys ever Google the Baylor School, by the way, it is a stunning campus. It's like that. That shouldn't be a high school. It doesn't make any sense. It's prettier than most colleges. It's a pretty spectacular high school there on the river there in Chattanooga. But Brycen joined us in the Farm Bureau guest line. Check out favorites.com and go with the home team, Mississippi Farm Bureau. The Diego Pounds thing playing golf cracks me up so bad. A dude that size playing golf is just funny to me.
Like Craig Stadler was big, but my goodness. Yeah. That's one of those things that I've always said that, like, big guys like that, if they can get their weight behind the drives, they should, if their form is good, they should be able to crush the ball. They should be driving par 4s to the green. So good for him.
601-879-4395, the C Spire text line, 601-879-4395.
I love when you get interviews like this because last year you got Austin Simmons, right? Mm-hmm. It allows me to go to Mississippi State and go, hey, Borky got an interview for 30 minutes. Like, who can I get? And then what are they going to say? No? Like, oh, so Ole Miss will do this, but we can't do it? Is that what you're telling me? So,
ooh, I'm going to use that too because you got Justin Parker. I'm going to ask for Joel Mangrum.
That's exactly how we have to play this. Like, we got to play them off each other. So
that's what you do.
Yeah. What? Hold on. Earlier you were in Boston. Now you just made a trip to New Jersey.
That's right.
Oh!
Sports Talk Mississippi. We will be right back.
This is Sports Talk Mississippi right here on SuperTalk.fm, the SuperTalk Mississippi app, and always live on your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station.
Welcome back, Borky and Haydad, Sports Talk Mississippi. This text cracks me up. I'm disappointed, Borky. You're a smart man. Curling's a simple man's game. Why do you think Canadians love it so much? Bang. Roasted. Flames.
Just destroyed all of Canada.
Said you should understand how it works. I get the general principle. Like
you played shuffleboard, right? Haven't you? You've been at a bar and played. It's just shuffleboard with brooms.
I get it.
It's human-sized shuffleboard.
But there are times where the announcers would be like, oh, my gosh, that was brilliant. And I'm like, well, why was that different than the thing that just happened a few minutes ago?
Well,
That's what I don't
get. It's
get.
all about defense. Do you ever played bocce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just the same thing.
But it's mostly like on the beach and a beer in the hand. And, nobody's sweeping anything.
Right. But it's just a different version of that. It's like, here's the marker. How close can you get to it? Honestly, it's like it's like cornhole. It's just there's the marker. Who's the closest to it? So
hopefully the Americans.
Yes, I have a friend that curls. He lives in Tennessee. He's not on the Olympic team or anything.
Interesting.
He's a curler.
That would be kind of a fun hobby, though.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
I think we don't have hockey rinks here. Beer league hockey. I've got a buddy that lives up in the Northeast now. Mm-hmm. Took a job in, it's not finance, it's finance.
Finance.
I want to slap him in the head every time he says that. But
it's not Court Burlingame, is it?
It's not him.
Okay. Did you reach out to him?
I did not. I need to.
Pass along my well wishes. It's like, fantastic name.
You've got a great name, man.
I bet you smell terrific.
But he does beer league hockey. That's like his hobby.
That feels like it could be dangerous.
Oh, but he has so much fun.
Yeah, but it feels like you're just one slip away from either going headfirst into the ice or somebody's skate getting across your jugular and calling it a day.
So far, he's
so far so good. Well, it's just like the lottery, you got to buy a ticket to ride. So,
but that's what I would want to do. I wish we had a hockey rink around here. I'd do beer league hockey. I'd get smoked, but
we had a couple people ask, just so you know, Borky's interview with Brycen Sanders will be available on the SuperTalk YouTube feed sooner rather than later. So definitely check that out, along with our interview from last week with New England's Patriot offensive lineman, former Ole Miss Rebel. And, of course, as I've been saying, most importantly, former St. Aloysius Flash. Well, we have a new coach who's won 5 state titles. I'm very excited. Going to get back to winning.
Let's go.
In the land of the purple and gold. But Ben Brown's interview with us will be up as well.
Yeah. So we mentioned the World Cup briefly, just because Spain is staying at the Baylor school, and what happened?
No, I mean, we're about to talk soccer.
Oh, but just a quick anecdote, if nothing else, for those of you that watch on TV. Although I guess in hindsight, I encouraged a 21-year-old man to help me poison water so an international soccer team can get sick before the World Cup. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. You know what? America. I'm not ashamed.
I mean, Tottenham did it to Arsenal did it to Tottenham one time. So that's fine.
I mean, it's just you're in our country, you play by our rules, right?
Yeah.
Just a stomach bug, nothing serious, but like Dumb and Dumber, put a little gas X in the water and make it really hard for them to play for a week and a half. That's all I'm saying.
Are we in the same group with Spain?
No, but I don't want them to win. They're good.
I'm just saying, like,
we're going to get to the knockout stage.
I just want to figure out, like, why are we against the Spaniards here?
I'm against everybody, except for the good old U.S. of A.
Wow.
But so apparently the NFL is going to reopen their rights deals. They've got new TV deals coming up. They're going to start negotiating soon. They're going to get billions of dollars. It's going to be nuts. Mm-hmm. Fox currently spends a lot on the NFL, but the CEO said that they are preparing to, quote, rebalance their portfolio to accommodate a rights increase for the NFL. Fox currently owns the World Cup. The World Cup this summer will be on Fox. But that ends after this year. The Women's World Cup has already moved from Fox to Netflix. Is Netflix going to buy the men too? Are we going to get more Netflix sports at that kind of level? They've got the capital.
They got the money to do it, yeah.
I can't decide if I like that or not. That everything now is going to be on a streaming service? You got to buy ESPN Plus. You got to buy this. You got to buy that.
It's probably coming to that, to be honest with you. So, and of course now they're getting so good at like keeping you from sharing passwords. So I hate that. I think you should be allowed to share passwords. Like if I buy a book, I can tell you what's in the book, can't I? It's my book.
You can send it to me, and I can read
I can let you have the book. Yeah, it's my book. So if I'm paying for it, what do you care?
Sports Talk Mississippi. Some quarterback news in the SEC. One in Tennessee and then one right here in Mississippi. So after the news, we will tell you about that for the College Football Fix. Sports Talk Mississippi, Pearl River Resort Studio. Stick around for some QB news.
You can be a part of Sports Talk Mississippi. 888-808-8637 on Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Borky and Haydad with you. Yeah, that song that file does a jump cut. I know that threw you off a little bit. Me too.
It's like that's not how that song goes.
We skipped the unimportant stuff, but so glad that you guys are here. SEC quarterback news for your college football fix. Let's do it.
The college football fix is driven by your Mississippi Ford dealers. Built Ford tough. Best-selling truck in America is the Ford F-150, and it's been that way for over 50 years. Don't mess around with anybody else. If you're looking for a new truck, there's only one place to go. That's your Mississippi Ford dealers. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
All right, number one, Joey Aguilar, we told you earlier this week, is suing the NCAA to try to get an extra year of eligibility. Stop me if you've heard that before. Also, stop me if you've heard this before. A judge granted a temporary restraining order to allow him to maintain his eligibility. However, that is a preliminary step. He's got his injunction hearing apparently Friday. So that's happening earlier than Trinidad's injunction hearing, but they did not file for a TRO. I think I've got that correct. Not a lawyer. I'm trying to educate myself as best I can so I can tell you guys the process. So he got a TRO, which will then turn into the injunction that Trinidad is seeking, I believe. But anyway, he got it passed today. And according to his attorneys, this is an interesting thing, they are claiming that the relief that they are seeking is in part because only the player can be damaged in a case like this. The NCAA, if he plays or not, nothing happens to them. No skin off their back. And one of my lawyer friends told me that's a pretty compelling legal argument to get an injunction or a TRO or whatever is only one party can actually get damaged here, Judge. Only the player loses if he's not allowed to play until it's solved. Mm-hmm. And apparently that's actually probably a standard point, he said, but a compelling one to get these injunctions that until this is solved, the NCAA loses nothing. My player could be out millions.
That's an interesting point. An interesting legal strategy there. We'll see how it pans out. So it is interesting with Aguilar especially because we're talking about a guy. I mean, this is a legit, I don't see how you squeeze another year of eligibility out of this guy. But he sure as heck is going to try.
And the NCAA responded to him. This is what they said. This outcome, after the plaintiff withdrew from a federal lawsuit and separately filed in state court with the exact same facts, illustrates the impossible situation created by differing court decisions that serve to undermine rules agreed to by the same NCAA members who later challenged them in court. We will continue to defend the NCAA's eligibility rules against repeated attempts to rob high school students of the opportunity to compete in college and experience the life-changing opportunities only college sports can create. Now they care about high school students. That's interesting. They just now today have decided to care about them.
They figured it out, yeah.
The NCAA and its member schools are making changes to deliver more benefits to student athletes, but the patchwork of state laws and inconsistent, conflicting court decisions make partnering with Congress essential to provide stability for all college athletics. And the thing is, and we'll read you in part the statement that the NCAA made in responding to Trinidad's lawsuit here in a second. They are so right about state courts, different state courts having precedent over rules governing the sport's problematic. Like that is a very true statement. Because what's stopping a judge in one state from, you know what I mean? When you have an imbalance of rules, the state with the right judge is going to create rules that benefit specific schools, and that's a problem. Until you talk about Congress, I don't. It's so disheartening to hear the NCAA again. And Greg Sankey will do it this summer again. Talk about lobbying to Congress. Mm-hmm. There are individuals that hold positions of political power that are competent and capable and not corrupt and do things the right way. As a body, as a total body, the United States Congress is corrupt and incompetent. They can't do their own jobs correctly. And here we are again. Please, Congress, save us. They are incapable of doing right by college sports. And here's the NCAA doing that. Let's assume Aguilar is back for Tennessee. What does that, in your mind, change in terms of your outlook for Tennessee football? Because, he's going to win. He's going to come back.
At this point, I'm not going to lie to you. It's there. I have a great knowledge of what Tennessee brings back from a season ago, but having your starting quarterback, who was pretty good for you this year, it certainly can't hurt them. So if they have to go in with a new quarterback next year, their chances of being a playoff contender are probably not great. But with Aguilar back, at the very minimum, they should be in the discussion, with the way Heupel's recruited and what they have there, that they should be in the discussion to be a playoff contender at the very minimum. So it's a big deal for them.
They should be. And here is the other one, the more local one. The NCAA, who apparently was meeting to... So, different things happening at the same time. Mm-hmm. Trinidad Chambliss is trying to get an extra year of eligibility through the NCAA appeals process and also through the court if necessary. So the appeals committee from the NCAA was supposed to be meeting today, presumably making a decision on whether or not they're going to let him play through the NCAA means. The court case is in 8 days in Pittsboro, Mississippi, to use the legal avenue. But if he wins the appeal, they won't have to go through the legal channel. This is the NCAA's attorneys, like the court filing in response to Chambliss, right? It's a long filing. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you. I did read it, and I did run it by a couple of lawyer friends, and their feedback was essentially pretty compelling. The NCAA is in effect arguing that actually, you weren't really sick. It was more about you weren't good enough to play. And they lay it out, and the way they lay it out makes their side, and of course, look good. That's what good lawyers do. You make your side look good. You present your case as best you can to make your client look as best as possible. Mm. Where the NCAA comes up short in this is the lack of acknowledgement that the medical reporting, the medical redshirt process in Division II is not the same as the FBS. Mm-hmm. And so when they say in this filing, that they received letters from physicians and from Ferris State during this process, they threw them out because those letters weren't written back when he was allegedly sick. But the problem is the NCAA's rules do not allow for that documentation to occur. Ferris State didn't document that because that's not the Division II process. It's the FBS process. So they're saying, you guys didn't do this at the time, but their rules say not to do this at the time. Mm-hmm. And likely a judge in a Mississippi court, both of them were like, it's compelling to read, but a judge in Mississippi is not going to buy that.
Yeah.
Long story short, they can argue all they want, especially when you leave that detail out, that your own rules are why the physician who you are just throwing out their opinion, you're just throwing out, it doesn't matter because he wrote it during this process instead of back in 2022, throw it away. That doesn't hold up because you didn't ask them to document it.
Right.
And that's where apparently it'll fall short.
Okay.
But again, who knows, right? Who knows what the judge is thinking and what will happen here in 8 days. But that is the crux of it, is the NCAA doesn't believe. They don't believe that he was sick, or at least sick enough to not play.
Their overarching point of you shouldn't be, you can't determine eligibility by individual court decisions. That is a point that makes sense. Now, that's on them for not having set up better eligibility rules. But that is a point, because it's going to turn into every player is going to go to court to try to get more eligibility. You got to have something in place that says this is the limit, this is the law, whatever. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but that to me, at least when I hear that, I agree with it.
Yeah, and there's a reason you file the case in the state in which you filed it. There's a reason you don't take it federal. There's a reason you take it local.
Yeah.
That was always, that's why the Aguilar thing got approved. That's why the Bediako thing got done in Alabama. That's why these people are filing these cases locally, because you're more likely to win. NCAA rules and standards don't really hold up in court anyway. Mm-hmm.
They're certainly not going to hold up in the court,
not
of,
in
the,
court.
Of the state of where the university is located. No
it doesn't seem likely that it will. Anyway, we'll see. Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll be back.
In the Venable Glass.
Sports Talk Mississippi on Super Talk Mississippi.
I want a girl with a mind like a diamond. I want a girl who knows what's best. I want a girl with shoes.
This on the text line. I myself missed an entire season and prepared for a 6 and was told no, never questioned, just got my degree and went to work. Clown emoji. Now it wasn't worth much money because we were happy with our scholarship. Yeah, it's a little bit different when these guys stand to make millions of dollars.
Trinidad Chambliss is the decision could be worth
$6 million.
$6 million to him. I get why he's fighting.
Somebody says, I don't want Trinidad to be reinstated only to hear Borky's reaction.
If he loses out, this show is going to be incredible. I won't need to speak for the first 3 segments. I'll just sit back like this, just be like, just let you go. Just let you run off, man. I won't need to speak.
I do agree with the NCAA made a statement in part in this filing that, quote, college sports will become ungovernable if eligibility determinations are instead the result of individual court decisions. I mean, I agree with that. We've jumped the shark. TJ Finley's playing for his 7th school. I mean, Carson Beck was in C.J. Stroud's recruiting class.
Yes.
It is going crazy. It is. Trinidad has only played 2.5 years of college football. Has actually only played 2.5. It's not like he's looking for a 6th year of starts. He's only played 2.5 years. You know, if you think that this is all erroneous, then you can believe that. But it's not like this dude's played a bunch all over the country and is trying to Carson Beck this thing.
Right.
The NCAA is right. Where they're wrong is who they're asking to help them fix it. And who the conference commissioners are asking to help them fix it. That's where all of this falls flat to me is you have the power to stop getting sued all the time. You have the power. You choose not to exercise it because you're on a gravy train, and despite you losing all the lawsuits, look at how much money everybody involved in college sports is making. Yes,
when they lose lawsuits, they don't actually lose any money. And they just lose the lawsuit.
Yeah, the players are playing.
Nobody's hitting up the NCAA for punitive damages, right? When they sue the NCAA, they just get their eligibility and they go play the next year. That's all it is. Nobody said, like, hey, I'm suing the NCAA for $50 million.
Yeah, that's what the House settlement was.
Yeah.
I mean, they got wrecked on that, but they're still making money.
But they're still making the money, yeah.
And the commissioners are making millions and millions of dollars, and the ADs have 7-figure salaries, and the coaches are making 10. I mean, a brand new coach in the SEC is now making $7 million a year. I mean, everybody's just getting rich off this, so you don't want to blow it up because you're afraid of what regulations might actually create. There's the truth of the matter, guys. What comes with regulations? Coaches can't leave schools with impunity. Jimmy Sexton has far less power. Because in the NFL, because you have a CBA, coaches can't just job hop. They can't go from one NFC South school to another. You can't do that.
Right.
Well, why do you think this isn't happening to anybody? You can't go poach coaches, and you can't go poach players, and you can't. Not everybody can make money, and then you have to suddenly be fiscally responsible. And who wants that when you're making a killing? That's the poorly kept secret in this. Why won't they do anything? Because they're getting too rich. That's why. Everybody's getting rich off of this. So they don't want to fix it. They can just keep charging you more for season tickets and parking passes, guys. So they're going to keep losing in court until they choose to fix it. But that might cause me to make a little less money.
Yeah, which they can't have.
No.
Nobody's going to allow for such a thing.
Somebody says, does it matter at all how much he played? Not really, but the point I'm making there is that it's not like he's played a ton of college football. And he's just looking for an extra year for the sake of it. He hasn't played that much. That's the interesting part about his age versus his experience level. He doesn't really have a whole lot of experience as a college, actually playing in games in college. He hadn't played a whole lot. But the crux of the argument is centered around the medical red shirt, the different thresholds for reporting at Division II versus the FBS, and so on and so forth. That's what they're trying to argue. It's also fascinating that the NCAA's attorneys were able to file this before the appeals committee makes their ruling. I mean, I'm not a particularly smart guy. I just talk about sports for a living, and I don't even know if I'm good at that. But it makes me wonder if the NCAA appeal or delayed the appeals hearing so the appeals committee could see a lawyer's argument against Ole Miss before they rule. The timing of that is fascinating, is it not? The appeals committee meets today. and attorneys working on it from a legal perspective release to Pete Thamel what their argument is, it's almost like they wanted certain people to see it before they made a ruling. I don't know. Tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yes, yeah. Could be interesting. I like I said, I think the NCAA is, if nothing else, they're confident in their case.
They are certainly trying to fight it. Now, if you read the other filings, they do the same thing for everybody.
They do.
I mean, I had a friend ask me, like, why does it seem like they're singling out Ole Miss? They're not. You're singling out them, in effect.
Yeah.
You're fighting them, and so they're fighting back.
Yeah,
which is fine.
They're like, we're just sitting here.
But if you read the NCAA's response to Aguilar, it's the same thing. If you read their response to Bediako, it's the same thing. They have lawyers too, and they fight back. The problem is their rules are less defensible.
They are less defensible. But again, the fact that it's a local case makes this meaningless, right? It's just meaningless. Like, just say it out loud. Like, this case is being tried in the state of Mississippi. He's going to win. If it was being tried in Alabama, maybe he wouldn't. Maybe, Louisiana, he almost certainly
in Louisiana, could you imagine?
Feel like that episode of Maine Justice. There'd be no chance.
The governor would walk into the trial.
The governor of Landry would just be like,
he would somehow, like, because
he'd take control. He'd send it straight to the Supreme Court. He's like, nah.
He'd be the judge somehow.
Yeah.
You'd walk in and he would be in a robe and a gavel and in his cartoon character accent.
But here in Mississippi, it's a foregone conclusion. We're talking about it all this, and we have to, but there is 0% chance that it's going to go anyway. But yes, you get the injunction. You're approved. You're good to go. That is how it's going to go.
What happened to Blake Shapen medically to get a 6th year at Mississippi State?
Well, I mean,
he wouldn't have played at
State. He
can
have a 6th year if he wants one. If he wants to pursue it, it's not going to be at Mississippi. I mean, he could be at Mississippi State if he wants to be the backup. He does not want to do that, though. So who cares?
I've not seen a declaration for the. I mean, is he going to?
Well, he's in the. He's playing. It's like in the Hula Bowl or something.
So he did the All-Star game thing.
He's out. He's like when he left the team prior to the bowl game. Lebby said he was beginning his preparation for the NFL. So I don't know how far that's going to get him, but good luck to him.
Yeah, of course. Good luck to him. 601-879-4395, the C Spire text line, 601-879-4395. So glad that you guys are with us. Somebody says college athletes are more employees than students. Most, not all, don't even go to class while they make money for their respective university. And that's why I talk about collective bargaining so much. You're already at that point, and that's what you need to do. Is it going to be complicated? Yeah. Is it going to be hard work? Yes. Do you have to make some concessions? Yes. Do you probably have to break football and likely men's basketball away from the NCAA and change the relationship and not call them student athletes anymore? Probably. Do you want rules or not? Congress isn't going to give it to you. They're not going to. They can't get their own stuff correct. So they're not going to help you. And if they do help you, it's not going to be the way that you like. So that's why I talk about it so much. Tennessee's AD talks about it so much now. Do you want rules or not? Because until then, local judges all over SEC country are going to decide who plays and who doesn't. And do you really want that? No, you don't. You don't want that. You don't want this situation that we're talking about. Ole Miss fans want Trinidad to be their quarterback because he's awesome. But you don't want local judges all over the SEC deciding who your opponent's going to be. And what the rules are. Because that'll vary based on the state.
Yeah. But doesn't that make sense for the NCAA's case here? They're like...
But the judges don't care.
I mean, I get that.
Are your rules constitutional? No. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah. Game over.
They just, you know what they just need? They just need to have every scholarship paper you sign just has a little box you check by, I agree to the NCAA's rules in all instances. Done. Did you check the box?
Sports Talk Mississippi.
It feels like it should be that easy.
We'll be back.
Why isn't it?
Back to Sports Talk Mississippi.
Doesn't get any better than this.
On Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome back. Sports Talk Mississippi. Michael Borky. Interesting question here. I mean, is every college program so anti-NCAA that they would all go rogue if the NCAA said, okay, Alabama, you're out for playing their pro player? I mean, that's another layer to this. You've seen it with the Big Ten and the SEC can't even come together and agree on a playoff format. How can you get anybody, or how can you have faith that any of them are going to sit at a table and actually do something? I mean, now you've got the ACC's commissioner helping an ACC school go after an SEC school. You think that the SEC office in Birmingham is going to sit down with Jim Phillips and be like, hey, Jim, your league is financially worse off than ours. Your members want to leave. Your TV deal sucks. Let's work together. Oh, by the way, you're also trying to tear down one of my member institutions. Let me and you do things together. I mean, call me cynical. I don't think that conversation would go down that way, especially considering that North Carolina, for example, would love to get out of the ACC as fast as humanly possible. So would Florida State, etc. I don't know. It is a mess that they have created.
Yes, and we can't, much like a lot of our kids, we can't get them to clean their room. So we're just going to have to.
And we just got to tell them that they'll get a Reese's egg if they do clean their room. It works for me. A Reese's egg.
Reese's. Okay,
the egg.
I thought you said Reese's.
Apparently the egg is.
I don't need to deal with that.
The better choice than the regular cup, apparently.
Why would that be the case?
I don't know, but I know that one works and one doesn't really work. So.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Are you talking about in terms of bribery for your children?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant in terms of like the actual deliciousness of the candy.
No, the bribery, for some reason, the egg is. Okay. Maybe it's the edges. There's more peanut butter in the egg. I don't know. It's bigger.
Ooh, I might do that at SEC Media Days. I'll bring some Reese's and, hey, Commissioner, if you and Tony Petitti get the playoff format
you can
right,
have this delicious. Well, I wouldn't bring the Reese's egg because at that point it's 3 months old. The eggs are only there for Easter.
Reese's don't expire in 3 months. It'd be fine.
Do you really want a 3 month candy that has been sitting around for 3-4 months?
But doesn't that increase the value of the bribe? Is knowing that he can't go to the store and get it on his own?
No,
Greg, I've got something that you can't
it does
get
not.
right now.
I would look at it and go, how long has that been sitting around? That's what I would ask. When did you buy that? March? I don't want that. Go get me a fresh one. That is something we need to add to media days, though. Is like not that I would. Well, no, not that I would just be. Not that I would just constantly be going over there and snacking, but there needs to be some snack area. Like if they have drinks, have some chips and candy and popcorn and stuff just out.
Yeah, they got a lot of coffee.
Plenty, all the coffee you want. They serve us 2 meals a day up in there. I'm not complaining about any of that. I'm just saying, be nice to have. It's 11:30. I don't really want a full meal, but I could go for a bag of chips,
What's your go-to chip?
Oh, okay. Honestly, probably if we're stopping at the gas station, I'm gonna get a bag of Chex Mix. In all likelihood. After that, we're gonna go nacho cheese Dorito would be on the list. Cheddar jalapeno Cheetos are on my list. Harvest cheddar Sun Chips are a favorite.
Sun Chips are good.
I'm not really if I'm going potato chip, I want them kettle cooked. So either the jalapeno or the Cajun style are the best two.
Oh, there's a new trend for air fried chips also.
I've seen that. If I want to spend some money, I'll get a bag of Zapp's Crawtators.
Those are elite.
Every chip I just gave you is a top tier.
Yeah, especially with the Super Bowl coming up.
I'm not one of these. I'll just get a bag of plain Lay's people. That doesn't work for me.
All right. What is the best dipping Super Bowl coming up? Oh, well, we're not promoting anything. Never mind. We can say Super Bowl. It's when you promote something, you have to say the big game.
Yeah, we're not promoting anything.
So Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah.
I am the type of person that the chip is what makes the dip. You can't have.
Don't go cheap. Don't go cheap. I go Tostitos scoops. I get the name brand scoops. I want to be able to scoop up the dip. That's what you want. Don't. I'll buy store brand just about anything. My no store brand, my non-negotiables. I will not buy the store brands of the following things: aluminum foil. Right, I'm always buying Reynolds Wrap. Charcoal. Never buy Kroger brand charcoal. I will always buy Kingsford or Royal Oak. And then chips, dip chips. I will always buy Tostitos. I will not buy the Kroger brand dip chips. Now, I'll buy Kroger brand, Doritos or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going to make a dip, I want structural integrity.
Got to have structural integrity.
Exactly.
And it varies, too. If you're going to have something like a sour cream and onion type based dip, I go with the Frito scoops.
Frito scoops.
But if you've got like buffalo chicken dip or something like that, you go Tostitos scoops.
Yeah. Or pita chips is also a very good one for buffalo chicken dip.
Pita chips are great.
Pita chips are fantastic. So those are good options.
Or you take some saltine crackers and then dust them with like Cajun seasoning.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah, make hot crackers. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now you're really cooking.
But seeing a lot of that online because the Super Bowl's coming up of this like snack mixes where people are just mixing, take butter and all these seasonings and toss your Cheez-Its in them and throw them in the oven. It's, what won't we do these days?
I mean, we can do anything.
You can do whatever you want.
I do love, there's videos I see of a taco truck where guys will bring in just a full unopened bag of Doritos, and the taco truck will cut the top half of the bag, and then they will just build your nachos in your bag of Doritos.
Oh, that's
so you
nice.
bring the vessel.
I like that.
And
it's like a walking taco.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a great idea.
Yeah, well, Frito pie, basically.
And I don't think you get like a mark-off price, too, because you bring your own stuff. So I think the food truck guy's a genius.
Yeah, he's making extra money. He's like,
my customer's bringing me inventory.
Exactly. That's good stuff.
And I charge them full price.
When you think about it,
Ooh, Andy, you're cooking with gas, too. Pork rinds for buffalo chicken.
Pork rinds is with queso is the way to go. Queso and pork rinds.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a restaurant here in town that serves that as an appetizer. I may have eaten it a few times. Man. Pork rind is a very underrated dip vessel.
I might go do that on the way home.
See? You just get your bag of pork rinds and a little thing of the queso they sell in the fridge. Yeah. It's great.
Somebody says, where's the Super Bowl being played this year? San Francisco, Santa Clara, San Jose. One of the three. Apparently, everybody involved in covering the Super Bowl and even like the players and the coaches, very frustrated with the San Francisco Bay Area's logistics with the Super Bowl.
They're probably really frustrated that all their players are going to get injured because they're too close to that power plant.
But there's been a sentiment there that, okay, you need to stop putting this game all over. Even a place like Indianapolis, logistically perfect. Everything is right there by the stadium. You can walk to everything. You've got people that are having to go to, like, media day. So the hotel is next to the stadium, which is in Santa Clara or whatever. But they had the media event an hour and a half away in San Francisco. And stuff like that. And so apparently logistically it's a nightmare, and the sentiment is, you're going to reward Nashville and stuff for having these, but you need to stop having them in cities that are spread out like that. Like New Orleans, soon to be Nashville, Indianapolis, etc. That's who needs to be hosting these things, because nobody is pleased with how things have gone out there in San Francisco, apparently.
They got to be smarter about the way they do logistics on these things. Really, in reality, there should only be like 4 cities where you have the Super Bowl: New Orleans, Miami, Las Vegas.
Vegas, another one that people are talking about.
Yeah, maybe L.A. I don't know, but like you got to be. You can't. It's supposed to be like a little mini vacation for everybody else that's outside the teams, right? You're doing work, but it's a reward. And then they just they're messing up their own people too. Like the NFL Network people are among the people who are getting messed up in this. So queso, jalapenos, and bacon over fries. Sure,
that's how you win.
How is that a bad idea?
That's how you win right there.
Yeah, making a cheese sauce and putting it over anything. And cheese sauce is so easy to make. It's just super easy. If you want to make it homemade, it's not difficult. But I mean, they sell quality brands at the grocery store too. So, Food Friday is on Friday.
Yes,
we'll do a lot more of this.
I can't wait for that
Friday.
One.
I've got my menu planned, so I'm excited.
And we will wrap the show up with you next. Sports Talk Mississippi. Don't go anywhere.
So they say, is the root of all evil today? But if you ask for a rising, no surprise that they're giving none
If it's sports in Mississippi, you'll hear about it here. Sports Talk Mississippi.
You like this show, huh?
Yeah!
Super Talk Mississippi.
Genteel Apparel. Check them out. Genteel. Genteel Apparel.com. They're a men's specialty clothing stores all over the state of Mississippi. If you like the hat that I had on during the Brycen Sanders interview, guess where that was from? That was a Genteel hat. I'm wearing Genteel right now, so is Hey Dad. We look good. We feel good.
Looking good, Borky.
Feeling good. Hey Dad, I'm also going to feel good seeing all of you guys wearing Genteel at the baseball games. It's starting to warm up a little bit. They have a collegiate collection right there on the website. Your favorite team, if you're listening to this, your favorite team is on there. Check them out, gentielapparel.com. So I have a home security system, really doorbell camera, stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And I like it a lot. It's very valuable. The most I've really gotten out of it is the fact that deer come through the yard and eat stuff, and the 6-year-old likes to see the videos of the deer walking through the yard. They have updated the service they provide, Hey Dad. Now, AI is telling me exactly what it is that it is seeing, and it's unsettling to me. It let me know that a gray squirrel was on my front porch. And it used that phrase, a gray squirrel is on your front porch.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I had an Amazon delivery today, and an Amazon car has pulled up to your house. An Amazon driver holding a package has gotten out. Like, it's telling me specific details. A red truck has driven by. A blue car has driven by. I don't like it.
Somebody I follow on Twitter had one that said it was like a dog has entered your yard. 2 seconds later, a dog is relieving himself in your yard. Like, I don't need a message about that, Chief.
I'm good. Is a criminal here? No. Okay, thank you. I'm good.
That's all I need. I'm not really worried about squirrels.
It would be criminal missing thunder and lightning coming up here in just about 10 minutes from right now.
You're just the worst, I tell you.
What's coming up?
My interview with D1 Baseball's Aaron Fitt. A little college baseball talk. It's going to be mostly baseball on this one as we get closer to opening day. Plenty to talk about coming off of Media Day on Monday. And Mississippi State baseball is the topic du jour here in Starkville, so we'll lean into it later on Thunder and Lightning.
That'll be great. I think.
Yeah, it'd be. Why wouldn't it be? I'm doing it.
Man.
Hey, have to tell me. I was there.
Somebody said, we just experienced that black and white cat in the driveway. Why do we need to know that? I don't want to know that.
Yeah. I live next door to a little yappy dog, and that dog comes in my yard all the time. I would not want to know every time Nika comes in the yard. I don't need to know.
I mean, next is going to be like,
your Russian neighbor has entered the yard.
Or, are you really wearing that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Hey, let's not go with that. Yeah, exactly. I don't want that.
Change your outfit. What's wrong with you? Have you cut the grass lately? Like, what else
I don't
is
need
this
that.
thing
I don't need that. I don't need those things.
Yeah. I miss the days where
it was better when I didn't know anything.
If it was just somebody is at the or movement at the door. Okay, that's all I need to know. Technology scares me, hey Dad. I guess I'm officially old when I say something like that, but it does scare me a little bit. I don't like this. I don't need this much detail in my life.
It is what it is, my friend. You're the one who signed up for this too. Don't forget that.
Well, I want to protect my home.
I mean, I get that.
It's a lot cheaper than some other options that I explored, so I get what I get, man.
You're just going to have to live with it then. Stop your complaining. Stop your whining. You're like the NCAA. You become what you hate. You either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. That's what you've done here.
Yeah, I guess I am the villain.
So, when's the first soccer game, by the way? That's got to be coming up, right?
Saturday.
For Zombie FC?
We have not been able to practice, though, so.
That should be fine. Those kids, they understand the beautiful game. It'll be just fine. Just go route one. Just long ball down the field and let's go get it.
Just kick and run, boys.
Yeah, that's all we're doing.
Do your
best.
Rush. I'm just here to tie your shoes when they come untied.
Did you get the shirts made with the cool crest?
I think that'll be my end of year
gift. Okay.
Yeah, present to the boys. Hey, appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Here's your Zombie FC.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's going to be great. They will enjoy it.
You know, it's going to be great. More Hey Dad. An hour more of Hey Dad coming your way right now. I got to get out of here. Make way for Rhino. Thank you guys for making our show a part of your day. We'll see you tomorrow at 3. Good night.
SuperTalk Mississippi Media Production.